Happy Monday to the babes, the baddies. Welcome back to Romance and Rosé, where we exclusively read romance and hardly ever drink rosé. But you know what? Hardly ever is not never. And it's been too long since I've had a glass of rosé. Cheers. She crispy. Today we're going to be talking about books on my summer TBR. Now this video is part 2. So if you missed part 1, that's where I go over all of my summer romance book recs to you for your summer TBR. All the books I'm going to be talking about today are books I intend to read, but that I haven't read yet. So I don't know if they're good or not. So if you're looking for summer book recs for you, scooch on back and watch that one first, and then we can come back and talk about me. All right, let's dive in. Okay, we're gonna start with the one I'm arguably most excited about, Every Summer After by Carly Fortune. This was a book that I was aware of in my periphery for a long time, but had no idea what it was about until I saw the trailer for the TV show pop up from Amazon Prime, and I said, how has no one held me down and forced me to read this book? This looks like my shit. And I literally have 10 days before the series drops. No. I'm on this right away. In fact, I already started it. I'm only 1 chapter in, so barely. But we're kicking off the summer with Every Summer After. Also, this edition I just got my hands on. She's so pretty. Look. Hello? It's like this beautiful canvas material. On the back, it says, "Some people are lucky like that. They meet their best friend, the love of their life, and they're wise enough not to ever let go." Release me! I can almost guarantee you this is going to be on my summer book recommendations list next year. So excited for her. Then we have 15th Summer by Michelle Dalton. I picked this up in my very first episode of Barnes & Hopeful. It looks really cute. It's YA. It's giving first summer love. I feel like this will just have me kicking my feet, swooning, all of those like fun flirty feelings of like having a crush when you're in middle school or early high school. And it looks like it'll be a quick read. This is something that I could bring camping with my family and get through in a couple days. Then we have Chasing the Sun by Lena Hendricks. This book is just so beautiful. It's so stunning. It's giving summer. She was the sun, and loving her, that was the only thing worth chasing. Yeah, you got me. You got me, bitch. Lena also just writes really swoony love stories and pretty good spice, so I'm down to clown with Chasing the Sun this summer. This next one is not necessarily a summer romance, but it released just a couple days ago, and I will be reading it this summer because I will read anything that this woman writes in this series. Spark by Gemma Ware. This is the last book in the Mountain Protector series, which was a spin-off of the Mountain Men of Montana series. And after this book, she's doing another spin-off of all the characters in a tattoo shop in this town. It's just, I'll never not be obsessed with this. Something about this universe that Gemma Ware has created has me in a chokehold. And every time a new book drops, it lifts my spirits. And just to give you a little speedy rundown of the universe, the Mountain Men of Montana series follows 7 brothers who all live together in their family home. Now, these 7 brothers' parents fell in love at first sight, but have since passed away. And they all decided if they couldn't find a love as special as their parents, they just didn't want it. And it was joked that it was a curse, but it's now become like a legacy where every single Barnett brother fell in love at first sight and became like psycho obsessed with their women the second they met them. So they all got their love stories in different roundabout ways, and then it moved on to the Smoke Jumpers. One of the Barnett brothers got together with a girl whose brothers were smoke jumpers in this town. So then it shifted, and then all the smoke jumpers were dropping like flies in the same fashion that the Barnett brothers have. And now we're transitioning into this tattoo parlor that some of the past side characters have come from, so I'll always be into it. This next one is also not a summer romance, but it is one of my most anticipated releases of the year, and it is book 3 in the Dragonheart series by M.A. Frick, Between Gods and Dragons. You guys, this book series clocked me with a 2x4 last summer. I read book 1 on a camping trip 2 weeks before book 2 was supposed to release, and I was so shameless in my virility for book 2 that I DM'd the author, who I had no relationship with, and begged her for an early copy. I said, I will promote the shit out of this book early for you if you just give me my fix. A couple weeks early. She was very sweet, and she did. She sent me an early copy. Devoured it, and I have now been waiting all of this time for the conclusion. It is an age gap dragon rider romance, okay? Picture she falls for her fiance's father. Could it be any more me-coded? Okay, a little bit of fantasy, throw some dragons in there, heavy age gap, forbidden. It's like she plucked it right out of my deepest fantasies, and it's so, so good. The only thing that I like to warn people about, because I am known for recommending pretty spicy books, is that this is closed door. Horny as hell, okay? Just so you know. It's not like wholesome. It still feels spicy, but when it comes to the actual act itself, they kind of fade to black and move on, which is fine. But fine, it's fine. Still 5 stars. So good. Just, you know, don't be surprised like I was when I read Fade to Black and I said, what? This next one I am so excited for as well. Locked In Season 1 by Caitlin Taylor. I interviewed Caitlin Taylor about this book at Shadows and Seductions in New Orleans a couple months ago, and everything she said about this, I was just like, I'm gonna read the hell out of that when it comes out. It's like a dark, gory rom-com. All these couples come to this island, and you have a certain amount of time to mingle before you have to lock in with a partner. And then you go through all of these challenges. What they don't realize, though, is the couples who lose the challenges never leave the island. And so she says there's like moments of like comedy and funny, but then, you know, a second later someone's getting their head chopped off, and it's like, oh my god. And it just sounds really exciting and intriguing, and I don't think I've read anything like that. I know that like reality TV romances are kind of hot right now, and as someone who has always kind of had a toe in the reality TV space, I'm here for it, but this is just a totally fresh take that I'm looking forward to. Another author who I will read absolutely anything by, Amanda Richardson, and she is coming out with a book this summer called Most Likely to Pretend. It is fake fiance, ex-husband's brother, hello, morally great hero, he fell first, again. Here's just a trope list. Look at that and tell me that you're not gagged. It's gonna be so good. I have full faith. I cannot wait. So many good books this summer. Ember and Ice by Kate Crew. I was obsessed with Rook and Rebel the second I started it. In fact, I think I read that book cover to cover in less than 48 hours. It was just so fun and sexy. And here's the thing about me. I do like dark romance to a degree, but I would not consider myself a dark romance girly. And I think my most comfortable middle ground is dark rom-coms. Like The Butcher and Blackbirds, The Lights Out. I felt like Rook and Rebel really like fit into that category that I was hungry for more of. And I'm really excited for Ace and Ember, the second book in the series. Thank you. Now, speaking of dark, but not comedic, I really want to try to get into the Boys of Tommen series this summer. They announced the TV show, they announced the casting for some of the main characters of season 1, and I'll be honest, I already have a little bit of a head start. I read Binding 13 last month. I'm about a third of the way through Keeping 13, and I just want to like slowly get through the series in between some of my other reads. Because the rest of the series is trending with Binding and Keeping 13. They're heavy books. They deal with very heavy topics. So I think being able to read one and then take a break and read a couple summary fun rom-coms will be like a good strategy, if you know what I mean. But I'm really liking them so far. I've been looking forward to this next one since they announced it last year. Lost and Found by Tara Dewitt. Now, the reason this book is so exciting is, first of all, Tara's never written a bad book. Okay, I have never read a Tara Dewitt book that I didn't love. But second, you see this location, you see this cute little beach with this fat little rock in the background at sunset. I used to live there. That is Cannon Beach. I have spent so much time there. My parents lived there for a long time. It's about an hour and 10 minutes from where I live today. It's a very cute little town, whimsical, relaxed, gorgeous. And so it's always fun when you see visual representation of a place that you live on a book cover, especially from an author that you already love. Do I know anything about this story? No, I have not read a blurb. I haven't read a trope reveal, nada, but I'm excited. I'm gonna read it. This last one, literally a last second addition to this list, okay? This popped up while I was gathering screenshots for this video. 7 Summers by Pt.2. I've never seen this book. I've never read a Pt.2 book, but when I saw 6 Summers to Fall in Love, 1 Summer to Change It All, I thought, oh, that actually looks kind of familiar, because I had read something similar in the blurb for Every Summer After, because she said that this story is told over the course of 6 years and then 1 weekend. And so I read the blurb. You guys, this book is so me. Okay, pause. Listen to this. Liv and Finn meet 6 summers ago working in a bar on a ruggish Cornish coastline. Their future's full of promise. When a night of passion ends in devastating tragedy, they're bound together inextricably. But Finn's life is in LA with his band, and Liv is in Cornwall with her family. So they make a promise. Finn will return every year, and if they're single, they'll spend the summer together. This summer, Liv crosses paths with Tom, a mysterious new arrival in her hometown. As the wildflowers and heather come into bloom, they find themselves falling for one another. For the first time, Liv can imagine a world where her heart isn't broken every autumn. Now Liv must make an impossible choice, and when she discovers the shocking reason that Tom has left home, she'll need to trust her heart even more. You guys, I love a messy love triangle. I do. I really do. So I'm gonna eat this the fuck up. So that's my summer reading list. Let me know what's on yours. I absolutely want to know if there are any more recommendations that you think I should add to mine. If you haven't, like I said, go back and watch my first video and let me know if any of those sounded good enough for you to add to yours. We're doing Hot Reader Girl Summer over here, okay, babes? Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week. Love you, bye.